Loading. Loading. Success. Jenks Assistant now installed. Loading. Dead Ringers Universe. Loading. Upload complete. Planet Saturn, year 3412. Hello, I am Jenks, your introductory guide. I am here to help you understand the new future, Dead Ringers Universe. In this universe, Saturn is ruled by a single kingdom unlike Earth. More importantly, people have a new outlook on death. The old ways still exist, but now, there are more death plan options. Marco Vital Force Corporation. The Marco Vital Force Corporation is a well-known company that created ringers, along with me, and many other Marco Vital Force electronics, applications, and gadgets to assist and be a part of your daily life. SOS chip. Known as the Sense of Self chip. The SOS chip is a small electronic chip created by Marco Vital Force Corporation. The SOS chip collects everything in your brain that gives you personality traits, and creates who you are. It is important to have the SOS chip removed within the hour of death. If not, the SOS chip will become futile. Ringer bots. Also known as ringers. Marco Vital Force Corporation has created replica human look-alike robots built to look just like those who have passed away. People who wish to have their SOS chip put into a ringer, do so they can remain on Earth. Ringer bots have joints that move, hair that flows, and skin more vibrant than the average humans. It is said that the only way to tell that someone is a ringer is simply by their beauty alone. In a human's death plan, they have the option to choose which era of their life they wish for their ringer body to resemble. Jenks. A Jenks is what I am. I am a robot intelligence created by Marco Vital Force Corporation to help and assist in your daily life. Me along with other Jenks, come in the form of an app that can be purchased and downloaded. Rio. Rios are the creation of another electronic company called Regals Electrics. Rios are what has replaced cell phones. They are two small electronic discs installed in your dominating wrist, and behind the ear of your choosing. With a Rio, you can install many apps and gadgets including me, a Jenks assistant. This concludes the end to your introductory guide. Welcome to Dead Ringers Universe. It's time for your story to begin. Loading. Loading. Success.
As if a switch is turned on, my eyes open. A bright light shines in my face, but I look away to peer around at my surroundings. Where am I? What is going on? Why can't I move? My body feels so... well, I don't feel anything at all, actually. Am I paralyzed? Am I in the hospital? Is this a hospital? I'm currently laid across a table strapped down with strong metal belts, wearing what looks to be purple scrubs. Why am I strapped down like this? Why can't I talk? Suddenly, the wall furthest away slides open, revealing it to be a door. A thin, awkward-looking woman wearing a white jumpsuit walks in. On her hip, there looks to be a unique type of gun sitting in a holster. Who is this? Why the hell does she have a gun? What is the gun for? The woman wears a chipper expression on her face as she stands before me with the gaze of someone mesmerized. What the hell?
Welcome back, sir. And may I just say it's an honor to be the first person you meet on your new journey.
The strange woman, while still wearing an excited chipped-toothed smile, lifts her hand up to me.
Follow my finger with your eyes.
She begins moving her pointed finger around as my eyes follow. She nods her head, pleased by what she sees.
Good job. Are you aware of what's going on right now? Blink once for yes and twice for no.
No, I don't know what the hell is going on, lady. Realizing I can blink, I do as instructed and blink twice. She nods her head in approval.
Well, that's not unusual. I'd be more surprised if you did. Memory loss upon SOS transfers is normal and expected.
I did not just hear this woman say SOS transfer. No, 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 no. No, no. What the fuck is going on here? I once again try my best to look around the room and down at my body. It's then that it hits me. I'm not breathing. I'm not breathing. I haven't needed to inhale or exhale once, and I'm just now noticing it. I'm dead. I'm really dead. I'm a ringer. You've got to be kidding me. What is... How did I... What am I doing here? Shit. I begin to blink my eyes repeatedly to make it obvious that I'm panicking.
Whoa, sir, please relax. We won't be able to proceed until you calm down. It's protocol that new ringers are to remain level-headed. I know coming into this is a shock, but it's important not to immediately put your SOS chip under so much stress. You have to allow your SOS to warm up and load without too much conflict. As you know, or maybe knew, sometimes SOS chips don't take to their new homes after being installed in the human brain for so long.
Is this supposed to calm me down?
It's okay, Mr. Edmund. Everything will make more sense soon. It takes a few minutes after activation for a lot of your memories to load up.
That name, is that who I am? Am I Edmund? The woman looks over at what is likely a monitor out of my line of sight. She begins tapping and typing on her projected Rio screen as she speaks to me.
You still seem a bit riled up, but you have calmed down to some extent. By now your program should be fully loaded up. So what I'm going to do now is activate your voice so we can speak, more properly.
Alright, okay, think. What's the last thing that I remember? Come on, think, remember something. Damn it. This lady says it's normal for memories to be temporarily lost. I do remember one thing though. There is no way in hell I'm able to afford becoming a ringer. I know I had an SOS chip installed a long time ago, but I think the payment plan fell through? Or did I cancel it? No, did I change my mind? Damn, I don't remember. After a swipe to the lady's projected tablet, a few purple codes appear before my eyes.
Okay, try to speak now. Start with a simple hello.
A barely noticeable, soft whirring sound spins in the back of my head. My mouth isn't moving, yet the sound of my voice finally crackles through. Hello? What the hell? I'm talking without moving my mouth now? Are there speakers on my neck? The woman smiles.
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, there are speakers on your neck. They just aren't visible.
Please, ma'am, please tell me this is a dream.
Your memories aren't quite caught up yet. You still have a couple of minutes before things start to load up all the way. You won't remember your death, though. For many, the mind decided that it's too much of a traumatic memory to carry over. Upon completing your observation period, you will be informed on how your death occurred. We find that it's best to concentrate on getting through this crucial period without traumatic distractions.
I begin to think to myself once again, I'm a robot. I'm really a robot. I feel like I'm ready to cry. Can I cry? Emotional pain with no way to physically express it seems to be its own form of torture. I don't know what to do with this feeling that I have now. I don't feel human. The woman raises an eyebrow at my abrupt silence.
I would have thought that after activating your voice, you would have a lot more to say.
As if a flash of lightning strikes me, my memories come flooding back like a storm. Zeke, do you take Jade as your wedded wife? I look at this beautiful woman who belongs to me, deeply in her warm eyes full of love. A single happy tear drops to my cheek. Her face softens, and she uses her thumb to gently wipe it away. Then, as if this memory were a slideshow, a different memory swiftly takes its place. Me and Jade are now drunk and singing and rapping horribly at a karaoke bar. The audience, which appears to be just as tipsy, loudly cheers at us and sings along. Later that night, me and Jade fall through the front door of our home, kissing and removing our clothes. I gently cornered her against the nearest wall, and we deeply poured our souls into one another. I never felt so connected to another human being in my life. Like a flash, both of us are suddenly arguing with a security guard. I finally visit an art museum with her and I get us in trouble. Typical. I start yelling at him, he yells back, Jade yells at him for yelling at me, then yells at me for yelling at him. It was a huge shit show. She looks at me, I look back at her. She looks at the security guard. Then suddenly, she pulls the man's pants down. She screams at me to run and I follow quickly behind her. With complete shock and laughter, we booked it out of there. That security guard stood no chance of catching us as he struggled to pull up his pants trying to keep up. Finally, we're outside and down the street, hysterically out of breath. Jade walks over to me and brings me in for a crushing kiss. I wrap my arms around her tightly and kiss her back. But not before, funny enough, we had to pause so I could take out my inhaler and give it a good pump. My lungs ain't the strongest, what can I say? Memory after memory continues to hit me. Childhood, teenage years, relationships with different family members, exes, tragedies and good times. I remembered my life. Back in the present, I come out of my thoughts, still strapped down to the table. My voice suddenly booms out of my hidden ringer speakers. Hold on a second. Ma'am, my name is not Edmund Marlison. My name is Zeke Miller. The woman lets out a barely noticeable nervous laugh.
No, your name is Edmund Marlison, sir. You're the heir to the Marlison billion-dollar fortune.
A billion-dollar fortune? I fucking wish.
It was put in your will and death plan that your SOS would be put inside of a ringer.
Why would I make this up? She looks down at her projected reel screen and does a few swipes.
Well, it doesn't look like you have any unusual SOS damage. It's normal to have a spotty memory, but it's a little rare to have someone think there's someone else entirely.
I don't think it, I know it. There's been a mistake. As if she were starting to believe me, she looks back down at her screen and begins doing more swipes and analyzing. After a few moments, her eyes widen and she stands up with a puzzled expression on her face. She looks at me as if she were about to speak, but then suddenly decides against it. Swiftly, she swipes her reel screen off before making a hasty exit. Hold on, where are you going? There's been a mistake and now you realize it, don't you? Without even acknowledging me, she's already through the sliding door before even hearing half of my sentence. Holy, if I'm in this Edmund guy's ringer, then that means he's been cremated? Damn, this is so fucked up. I'm in some other person's shell. What are they going to do to me? It feels like an eternity before the door finally slides open again. I begin to speak, but stop after realizing it's someone new. A heavy-set man who looks to be in his mid-50s casually walks in with a calm demeanor. His hands rest in the pockets of his white lab coat as he looks me over before running his fingers through his bushy peppered beard. This guy must be her superior or something.
There seems to have been a terrible mistake. The naming chart that categorizes in alphabetical order unfortunately glitched and paired the wrong name with the wrong death plan.
How can something so important be glitched and overlooked? Are you kidding me? He looks at me for a moment before speaking.
Well, the only other option would be to unfortunately destroy you.
What? If I could move even a little, I would have used whatever motor skills I had to rip off the restraints and try to kick his ass. You're gonna kill me for your own goddamn mistake. What kind of fucked up place do you have running here? The man holds his hand up to stop me from speaking, but I completely ignore the gesture and continue talking. Is this what you people do? You screw up lives and shrug it off like it's a matter of fact before murdering people? You won't fucking get away with this.
To be fair, it isn't murder if you're already dead. But that's besides the point. You aren't being destroyed.
I pause. What do you mean? You just said I was.
Well, you didn't allow me to finish what I was saying.
The man walks out of view, then pulls a chair up next to me and sits. He lets out a sigh and pulls out a cigarette before placing it in his mouth. With the tip of his thumb and, to my surprise, he lights it, then inhales the tobacco before breathing out a cloud of smoke. He gestures his cigarette lighting hand at me.
It's a ringer hand. Lost my human one to an irate new ringer a couple of years ago. This is why new ringers are strapped down and aren't given free will immediately.
Annoyed, I sharply respond. Put that shit out, I got asthma. Before I could stop the stupid that I just spoke from my ringer's speaker, it was already too late. The man looks at me for a moment.
Kid, you won't have to worry about asthma for the rest of your life. Now listen, this is what's going to happen. We're going to continue on like this revelation never happened.
Excuse me? Like it never happened? What are you talking about?
We'll continue with your observation period. Then you'll live at a Watchman facility for a few months and so forth. You know how this all goes. The ringer process is basic, well-known information. The only catch is, you're not a Zeke Miller anymore. You are a billion-dollar baby, Mr. Ed.
This joke has gone on long enough. Tell me the real plan and cut the shit out.
This is no game. We are in a very unique situation right now, which means drastic and swift measures must be taken to correct it.
Yeah, what's your name? What is your name? I want to know your name right now. I need a name.
Oh, well, if you must know, I guess it's important that you know. I am Lead Transfer Tech Specialist Norman Austin, also known as the LTT. Went to school many years to earn that title, let me tell you.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, Norman, I would like to speak to someone above you immediately. Like, right now. Like, get the fuck up, raise up out of your seat, go fetch someone that I can talk to right now.
I'm afraid that's not possible. This is for everyone's best interest, including yours. Come on, you have the opportunity of a lifetime, so take it. You're now a famous billionaire. I don't see the issue here. We all win.
What are you? I am not throwing my life away and suddenly, new memory hits me. It's me and Jade showering together, and the big reveal is her large, beautiful pregnant stomach. I exit the past memory, back to my present, feeling speechless at my new revelation. Jade is pregnant. I got a kid.
Mr. Edmund, you'd better calm down.
Cut it out. My name isn't Edmund, I'm Ezek. And I have a life and a family that I need to get back to.
You don't seem to fully understand or grasp the situation that we're in.
I understand the situation. You people are just doing this to cover your own ass, and I'm not taking any part in it. As I just told you before, I have a family waiting for me. So what the fuck are we gonna do?
To be fair, Mr. Edmund, Zeke, if I were only simply trying to cover my own ass, you'd be getting destroyed.
He casually brings his cigarette to his lips once again, before blowing out a cloud of more smoke.
Son, you don't have a life anymore. You've been dead for a few months now. I've looked up your wife, she's moved on. Well, that's after months of therapy and nearly having a mental breakdown. I mean, she lost you, then had the kid and experienced postpartum depression while grieving. She nearly got the baby taken away from her, then almost got locked up in the cycle. It's terrible.
Hearing this about my wife sends a shockwave of sadness through my entire being. Oh, Jade, fuck. I'm so sorry, baby.
That lady, let me tell you, that lady fought like hell to put the pieces back together. Whoop! And now you want to invite these new problems into her and your child's life? Well, it sounds pretty self-serving if you ask me. There are people in high places that will have no issue destroying your past life if this gets out.
Rage now replacing my sadness, I began to hear the sound of beeping. It was clearly whatever he was looking at on the screen. My levels were probably going up and down like crazy.
The possibility of endangering your SOS chip is rising, Zeke. I'd calm down if I were you.
Is he threatening me? You're threatening to hurt my family if I don't do this?
I'm not the boss here, I'm simply the messenger.
You people are sick! You're not touching my family! He dismisses the convo with a shrug.
Well, what can I say? It's all up to you. You can either take this new life, or you can be destroyed along with your old family, because, face it, there are just no more options. Just remember, you'll be a very rich man. You can have the world in the palm of your hands. And also, keep this in mind, your money could still help that family. Anonymous donations are a thing. They're pretty popular.
You know what? I'm beginning to understand something.
Oh yeah? And what's that?
You people need me. That's what this is about. If Edmund's prominent Silver Spoon family finds out about this, Marco Vital Force is going to have big problems. He nods his head in agreement.
Yeah, you are correct.
Right. So if I agree to this, what's stopping me from going back on my word and telling them everything, huh?
Zeke, you're a robot. Keeping track of you is easier now than ever. No matter where you go, what you do, you will always be connected here. With a few new codes downloaded in your system, bippity boppity boo, it takes nothing but a few swipes to shut you down.
He finishes his cigarette, then puts the butt in his coat pocket.
Yes, killing off the offspring of Marlis and Cole will cause some problem, but it's a fight that can be fought. Marco Vital would just simply much rather avoid the attention and inconvenience. You, on the other hand, have a lot more to lose.
Fuck you! Ignoring my outburst, Norman continues speaking.
I'm not a bad man, Zeke, so I don't want to bring a second chance at life to an end, and all based on a small glitch with our systems. Especially the thought of having to harm an innocent mother and child. I don't want to do it. Because also, now that I remember, I believe your parents just retired, right? It would be just sad for something to happen to them as well. Like I said, this solution is best for everyone.
He stands up and begins walking out.
I know many people who would look at this much better than you are. It's just a matter of you taking the time to look at things from a different angle. I'll give you some time to think it all over, but we'll need a decision within the next hour. We have very little time to prep and rehearse you for your new self, your new family, and your new life. I'll speak to you very soon.
And with that, he lifts his wrist and walks out of the sliding door. What the fuck am I going to do?